Hi, friends. I'm Ginger from Natural Radiance Reset. Today, I'd like to talk about menopause. I'd like to talk about big pharma, pharmaceutical industry, and the impact that it has had on women's health in terms of natural changes in our lives. So, Natural Radiance Reset is a private Facebook group for women going through menopause or perimenopause. And we are offering support for natural changes and stages in a woman's life. And so that means natural ways to uh, affect those changes. Living more in line with uh, the real world, which is sunshine, fresh air, clean water, real food. And so, in terms of menopause, a lot of the issues we face are because we are not in line with the natural system. So today I'd like to talk about what that is and how the pharmaceutical industry artificially augments our bodies, uh, our minds, first of all, and and some better choices we can make. So first of all, stress. Stress is something we all face. Whether you have a career or um, you're a business person, um, if you've got a family, or just a big social circle, stress is always something that comes up. And ways to handle stress and ways to calm ourselves down um, vary from yoga to sometimes self-medication. And usually it's the choices that calm the nervous system overall that bring the best level of health and decrease stress or alleviate it altogether, which would be wonderful. I don't know if that's possible, but so yoga, breath work, massage, um, Eastern medicine, there's all different kinds of healing modalities that are ongoing ways to support health in a natural way. Instead of waiting till you have a crisis, um, having a regular yoga practice can help soothe your nervous system and keep you kind of at a base level of well-being. And and I recommend massage, massage therapy for the body, um, chiropractic care. In a perfect world, I feel like everyone should get massages and chiropractic care every week on the regular. Acupuncture, Chinese medicine, very, very powerful ways of modalities for moving energy in the body. Um, so, that being said, there are other things that affect how we react to stresses and that are stresses in our bodies. And those would be alcohol, cigarette smoking, um, even supposedly eating spicy foods or very hot foods or very cold can knock the body off balance. In menopause, hot flashes tend to be a reaction that your body has all of a sudden. Personally, I have found that hot flashes come at the times where I'm mentally anxious, um, or they come when I drink a really hot cup of tea. And sometimes caffeine, I'm extra sensitive to caffeine. So, really, just bringing awareness to your day-to-day activities is essential. Um, and with big pharma, they're really pushing these unnatural ways to augment our bodies. And hormone replacement therapy is one of them that's being marketed like crazy right now to women of our age. The problem with that is our bodies are not one size fits all. I can't tell you that eating a raw foods diet, that has had a great effect on me. And so that's what you should do. And you'll continue to do that forever and be perfect. Like it just doesn't work that way. Everything in your life affects you, from your relationships with friends, what you do for work, uh, volunteer activities, family relationships. If I said, oh, well, I drink a glass of wine every day and that helps calm me down. Well, no, some people are very sensitive to alcohol. That's not a choice they would choose. So the same thing with hormone replacement therapy, I feel. You can't have one size fits all. Our hormones are all different. Our bodies are all different. So it's not a good choice. You can't just pop a pill and be healthy. Personally, I feel like those kinds of things just mask symptoms. They just numb our body if they don't cause more trouble. So-called side effects aren't side effects. They're actually things that are happening to our body because we're introducing an artificial hormone or chemical. And the black box warnings that used to be on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, are being removed, which I think is incredibly dangerous because if a drug causes health issues like heart disease, um, removing black box warnings is very dangerous. And also this new practice of saying, well, the off-label use for this is even better, like it might decrease cancer. Um, I believe what I've heard about drugs that the placebo effect is more than 90% of what makes them work. Pharmaceutical drugs, even the word pharmacy comes from pharmakia, which it's casting spells. It's a belief system. So personally, I believe it's better to put your beliefs and your trust in the natural world. Uh, Real food, fresh fruits and vegetables, living foods, getting as much sunshine as you possibly can, even sun gazing. A lot of things that are actually healthy for us, we have been told are unhealthy. And we need to do our own research and look outside the box. Look outside of those mainstream sources of information. There are a lot of alternative journalists and alternative writers and researchers who who share some very valuable information about how to live in a more healthy, natural way. So that's my spiel for today. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you will join us on our private Facebook group. We'll be talking about menopause. We'll be talking about how women get through this time in their lives and how we can support each other and really be there. Um, a lot of choices that are healthy for us are sometimes really difficult to implement because we're used to living our lives the same way all the time. And even making little changes in our life and having support and accountability from friends can make the difference and make us feel much more connected and much healthier in the long run. So, um, so join us on our private Facebook group, and the link is in the bio. If there's a link down there, I'll try and hook that up. This is a new endeavor, and we are very excited to spend some more time meeting new friends and sharing the journey. So thanks.